Hello everyone. It is Amber Carlton with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties. I am here today with your Real Estate Basics episode number 23, which is insane. But today I want to talk to you guys about advocacy. What advocacy means, especially when it's looked at from the vantage point of real estate or realtors or some of our affiliate and business partners. How we are working behind the scenes and different members, how they are involved to advocate for property rights, different situations where there have been very, very big impacts due to efforts that we just don't talk about it, right? We're not good at talking about the stuff we do behind the scenes. We're not good at talking about all the things we do to make things look effortless. We constantly want to be this picture of a duck that's floating on the water, looking super calm, but underneath the water, it is constant. Especially for the people who really have their heart and souls in it, and they want to do everything they can to help their clients throughout and beyond the transaction, which is a large group of our realtor members. So, advocacy is huge. It's huge at the national level, which is the National Association of Realtors. It's huge at our state levels, which could be the Minnesota or North Dakota Association of Realtors locally. Every association, whether it's national, state, or local boards, all take advocacy very seriously. It is part of the core standards that the National Association requires us to complete. So it's a big deal. And it's not just a big deal to check something off the list. It's a big deal because we need to know what's going on and what's coming up. This is one of my favorite things about the state of North Dakota in particular, is we are a small enough state that we have a voice. But if we're not reading the bills, if we're not having someone who understands how to read the bills, a lobbyist, help us read through them to know what is coming, what's not coming, what does it really say, should we support it, should we stay indifferent, should we oppose it, how does it affect property ownership, how does it affect property owners' rights for their property, how does it affect buying and selling real estate. Those are our main objectives. So it is not about red or blue. We are as purple as can be when it comes to advocacy. It is all about what is in the best interest of homeowners and encouraging homeownership, property rights. So some of the things that our realtor members have been involved in and our state, local, national associations have been very, very involved in making sure things happen in an appropriate way. One of them would be the North Dakota transfer tax. Minnesota, anytime you buy and sell a piece of property, $3.30 per thousand is added, and that's for the buyer and the seller. North Dakota, we don't have that, and people were proposing that we add it. Well, that's an extra cost that home buyers and home sellers have to pay anytime they buy or sell a piece of property. So we actually were able to defeat that measure, and that will not happen in North Dakota now, which is huge because when people are struggling to come up with closing costs, that's one more thing that they need to come up with, and that could be, in certain situations, someone being able to or not being able to afford the home. That's just one area. Our realtor members and certain affiliate members, business partners are very, very, very hands-on. Builders too, the HBA, Home Builders Association, they're monitoring these things because it impacts the people we represent all the time, and it's so huge to know what's going on or what's not. Our state level for the North Dakota side, which is the side I'm primarily involved in, they pay a lobbyist to be boots on the ground at the Capitol. Whenever legislative session is in, she's reading every single bill that comes through, and she's letting us know, hey, we're going to want to look at this, or this one doesn't really pertain to you, and giving us the information we need. And then as Realtor members, there is a group of us throughout the state who meet and listen to what Lisa has to say, who's our lobbyist, talk it out on what we think is the best situation, what's going to be best for our clients, what's best for homeownership, what's best for property rights going forward, and then either take a stance, don't, or just go neutral on it. So there's so much behind the scenes, and that's just part of it. We have a PAC, which is a political action committee. We raise our own funds. It is 100% self-funded, but that is there to help support candidates who support our industry. And with that being said, it's the same thing. Supporting property rights, supporting homeownership and the ease of homeownership, all of those things. So we've got people, and I'm not a part of this, we have a distribution committee who interviews all of these people and asks them, all of the candidates, the same questions to really get a feel for who's going to be favoring property rights, who's going to be favoring homeownership and the ease of homeownership, who's going to be supporting the things that we support to protect our clients. It's huge. And this is like days of their time, these volunteers that are Realtor members, business partner members. I'm pretty sure the HBA has a very similar thing. So the builders are also doing this because we want to ensure that not only do you acquire the homeownership dream, that you're able to keep it and keep your rights. I just don't think it's talked about enough. So many things, so many hours of all of these people's time and their passion to just ensure that what you love is protected and what you love is advocated for, and things are actually being looked at, and people are being interviewed to make sure they're qualified for the position too, and they're going to support the things that we care about, which just boils down to those few items of property rights and homeownership, ease of homeownership, anything that can help with affordable housing, striking down additional taxes that would burden homeowners. Yeah, I think that pretty much is it. There are several people involved. It's your Realtor members, there could be lenders, title company employees, any affiliate member we have who's passionate about it, really. And I would have to guess to say the Home Builders Association has a pretty similar platform where they have involved members sitting on these groups too and volunteering their time to make sure that our clients and these very important values are being watched out for and being taken care of. So just a thought, something for you to think about. People tend to, when you're not in the industry, just look at Realtors as maybe puts a sign in the yard and opens the door. And there's so much more to what we do to protect our clients than you would ever imagine. And this is just one scratch on the surface, but anything we can do to help promote homeownership and protect our clients, we are there behind the scenes fighting for you guys. And so are the builders and our affiliate members, lenders, title company, etc. If you ever have questions about more on that, like what are some of the other measures we've had, bills that we've had instances where we've supported or opposed and why, we're happy to talk about it. Absolutely happy to talk about it. So don't hesitate to reach out. Any other questions on other things that Realtors or business partners might be doing to just help out our clients and our communities, always happy to share that. There's so much more that all of us do that is wonderful that people just don't know about. So I hope you all have a great day. I hope this was insightful, and yeah, let me know what else you'd like to hear about in the future too. I'm looking at Real Estate Basics 24 and trying to come up with a great topic for you guys. So if you have any ideas, let me know. Take care.